Next topic is preparation of ethers. First preparation method is from ethanol. How can we make ethers from ethanol? When ethanol undergoes reaction with concentrated H2SO4 at 140 degrees centigrade, we discussed already in alcohols topic, then we get ethers. That is one preparation method. Next preparation method is Williamson synthesis. This is also discussed in alkyl halides. How ethers are formed from alkyl halides? When alkyl halides reacts with sodium alkoxide, then ethers are formed. That is called Williamson synthesis. This is one of the named reaction. Next, here some more important points are there. These are very important. That is, in this reaction, that means in the Williamson synthesis, SN2 mechanism takes place. That means one step mechanism. That means in nucleophile attack from backside, then we get automatically ethers. In the above reaction, if alkyl halide, that means this part, if alkyl halide is either CH3Cl or primary alkyl halide, then only ethers are formed. This is very important point. If alkyl halide is either CH3Cl or primary alkyl halide, then only ethers are formed. If alkyl halide is secondary or tertiary, then alkenes are formed instead of ethers. Next, aryl halides cannot form ethers due to partial double bond character present between carbon and halogen. These are very important points. 3 points are there. First point is alkyl halide should be either methyl halide or primary, then only ethers are formed. If it is secondary alkyl halide or tertiary alkyl halide, then alkenes are formed instead of ethers. Next point, aryl halides cannot form ethers because partial double bond character is present between carbon and halogen. I will show that reaction here. See, alkyl halide plus sodium alkoxide, then we get what? Ethers along with sodium halide. That means what happens? This ONA replaces X. This ONA replaces, this RO minus replaces X. Then RO are formed. That is what? Ether. So what is the point here? That alkyl halide should be methyl halide or primary alkyl halide, then only ethers are formed. Otherwise alkenes are formed. For example, CH3Cl plus C2H5ONA, then we get which one? CH3OC2H5 plus NaCl, because this is methyl halide. If suppose C2H5Cl plus CH3ONA, then we get CH3OC2H5, then also we get same product, because C2H5Cl nothing but CH3CH2Cl. this is what? Primary alkyl halide, because halogen present on this carbon which is attached only one carbon atom, that is why it is primary alkyl halide. So if you take if you want to make ethyl methyl ether, you can take methyl chloride and sodium ethoxide as reactants, or ethyl chloride and sodium ethoxide as reactants. If you take either of the reactants, then we get ethyl methyl ether. Suppose if you want to make CH3OCH3 ether from Williamson synthesis, then methyl chloride and methoxide, sodium methoxide should be taken. If suppose if you want to make C2H5O C2H5, then you have to take ethyl chloride and sodium ethoxide. Suppose if you want to make this one CH3C CH3OCH, that means if you want to make this type of ether, this type of ether, then you have to take CH3Cl plus CH3 thrice CONA, then only it can be made. That means here two alkyl groups are present. Out of two alkyl group, this alkyl group must be present in halide part, and this alkyl group must be present in oxide part, sodium alkoxide part. Then only it can be made. Suppose if you take this model CH3C, CH3, CH3Cl plus CH3ONA, then you cannot make this one because this is tertiary alkyl halide. Then you get this one instead of ether. So what is the point here? That alkyl halide should be methyl halide or primary. It cannot be secondary or tertiary alkyl halide. Then only ethers can be made. This is about Williamson's synthesis. This is a very important point. Next topic in this chapter, in this ethers, is properties of ethers. Physical properties. Ethers are polar nature. Polar nature means ethers can exhibit positive charge and partial positive charge and partial negative charge. So they form hydrogen bond with water. Hence they exhibit more boiling point. If any compound exhibit hydrogen bond with water, they are having more boiling point. Next, alcohols exhibit more boiling point than ethers due to presence of strong hydrogen bond. See, take this one, CH3O, CH3, C2H6O, this is the molecular formula. C2H5OH, this is ethyl alcohol. It is the molecular formula for this. This is ether, this is alcohol. This is the molecular formula for this ether, and this is the molecular formula for this alcohol. So both means both dimethyl ether and ethyl alcohol, both are having same molecular formula. But this ethyl alcohol forms hydrogen bond, strong hydrogen bond. But this dimethyl ether not form hydrogen bond. What is the condition to exhibit hydrogen bond? Oxygen should attach with either hydrogen should attach with oxygen or nitrogen or fluorine. Hydrogen should be attached with either oxygen or nitrogen or fluorine, then only that compound exhibit hydrogen bond. So here hydrogen attached with oxygen, so alcohols exhibit hydrogen bond. But in this case oxygen bonded with carbons only, not hydrogen, so it cannot exhibit hydrogen bond. If any compound exhibit hydrogen bond, then that compound exhibit more boiling point. So what is the point here? This ethyl alcohol exhibit more boiling point compared to dimethyl ether, so it is having more boiling point, even though both are having same molecular formula and same molecular weight. Next point, as the size of the alkyl group increases, solubility decreases. Next, the solubility of dimethyl ether and ethanol in water almost same due to intermolecular hydrogen bond. In water, that means both dimethyl ether and ethanol both forms hydrogen bond with water, so both solubility also will be same. That is the meaning of that point. So here one important point is there. What is that point? Both alcohols and ethers having same molecular formula, but alcohols exhibit more boiling point compared to ethers because in alcohols hydrogen bond is present. Next, chemical properties. Chemical properties of ethers. This is the last topic of ethers. First one is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. That means when any compound reacts with alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous acid, that is called Friedel-Crafts alkylation. This methoxy group acts as electron donating group, so that the incoming electrophile attack at r the end pair of position. So we get 2-methyl-enzol and 4-methyl-enzol. Friedel-Crafts acylation. That means when any compound reacts with acetyl chloride, that is called Friedel-Crafts acylation in the presence of anhydrous Cl3. Then here also incoming electrophile attack at r the end pair of position, so that these compounds are formed. Those are what? 2-methoxyestophenone and 4-methoxyestophenone. Next, halogenation. That means when any compound reacts with halogens in the presence of ethanoic acid, that is called halogenation. So here incoming electrophile attack at ortho and para position. So we get orthochloroinsole and parachloroinsole. Next, nitration. Nitration means HNO3 plus H2SO4. In that nitration mixture, electrophile is what? NO2 plus. So that electrophile attack at ortho and para position. So we get orthonitroinsole and paranitroinsole when insole undergoes nitration. That is about properties. Some more properties are there. These are very important compared to these properties. These are important. Here only two types of reactions are there. One is with cold HA and another one with hot HA. Cold HA, hot HA. Cold HA. If you take cold HA, then the bond between oxygen and carbon will be broken. Then one side iodine come and other side hydrogen come, so that CH3OH and CH3I are formed. Here in both cases methyl groups are same, so you can break bond either here or here, then you get same product. Here also both alkyl groups are same. If you break bond either here or here, then you get same products. But if different alkyl groups are present, here see third equation, here methyl group is present, here ethyl group is present, then this bond will be broken. Then this lower alkyl group get iodine and other side hydrogen will be gone. Lower alkyl group always get iodine. So what is the product? CH3I and C2H5OH. See, I show the reaction here. CH3O C2H5 plus HA, cold HA. Then this bond will be broken. So every time lower alkyl groups number of carbons are less. This side iodine come, this side H. Then automatically CH3I C2H5OH. That's it. Next, one more equation. C2H5O C3H7. C2H5O C3H7. This lower alkyl group get iodine, C2H5I plus C3H7OH. That's it. Next, see, this is also one of the important equation here. Here tertiary carbocation. This is tertiary carbocation. If bond break here, then tertiary carbocation is formed. Then that tertiary carbocation gains iodine. Then we get this one. And other side H. Here this is lower alkyl group. This is higher alkyl group. But here bond will not be broken. Here only bond will be broken. Why? Because if bond is broken here, then this compound get more stable, because tertiary carbocation is more stable, so that can form more stable product. You have to think like that. In this case only you have to think like that. Next, here phenyl ring is present, methyl ring is present, phenyl group and methyl group is present around oxygen. Again same phenomenon. Which phenomenon? Methyl group gets iodine, because this is lower alkyl group. Automatically phenol is formed. Here also C6H5O C2H5. Here bond will be broken, then this lower alkyl group get iodine. See here phenyl group and tertiary butyl group. If tertiary butyl group is present, automatically bond is broken there. Then that part get iodine, and automatically other part get alcohol. So these are very important reactions. When ethers reacts with cold HA, then lower alkyl group get iodine and higher alkyl group forms alcohol. But if tertiary butyl group is present, that part will be broken and that part get iodine and other part get alcohol. That is about cold HA. But when you take hot HA means you have to take two HA molecules and two bonds will be broken. And two alkyl groups get iodines. 2CH3, and the rest of the part is what? Water. Here also CH3A plus C2H5A plus water. When you take hot HA, you have to take 2HA and 2 bonds will be broken. Those alkyl groups get iodines. That is the difference between cold HA and hot HA. This is somehow easy, but this is somehow difficult compared to this one. You have to remember. Next one. Here you may get this type of question also. How many isomers are possible for C4H9OH? Isomers means you have to draw the structures. There is no formula for this type of models. You just draw the structures by using compounds. How many possible structures? Then you get a clear idea. If you have any doubt regarding this one, we will discuss those doubts in live class. This is all about ethers. This is end of second chapter. Thank you.